Have you ever walked into an AA or CMA meeting, heard higher power, locked eyes with the exit sign and thought, wow, maybe for somebody else, but this is not for me. Maybe you stayed 5 minutes, panicked politely, and planned your exit like a low-budget heist. We've all been there. And that reaction doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It just usually means that this approach isn't a good fit right now. Recovery isn't a one-size-fits-all.
I don't think this will fit me.
It's more like trying on shoes. You're allowed to walk around and see what actually fits.
Keep me guessing. If you break, you buy.
So let's talk about chemsex. And if all this sounds familiar, harm reduction may be something way more useful. Or in other words, staying alive long enough to make better decisions later. Because recovery is not some personality update you install in the dark of night. If it were, we'd all be cured. Here's the truth. Harm reduction is a continuum, stretching from active use to abstinence, which means that whatever your use pattern, weekends, once a month, or how can it be Tuesday already, you're already on that continuum. Yes, even you who've been saying, hey, this is my last time since 2018. They say harm reduction enables drug use. No, drugs enable drug use. And Grindr at 1 a.m. helps a little bit too. Harm reduction is what keeps people from overdosing or disappearing while they figure things out. Because some people are going to use anyway. So the question is, can we make using less dangerous? And on top of that, chemsex is different. It's not just about substances. It's sex. Intimacy. Validation. Escape. So just stop can feel like, hey, turn off your sex drive and your coping system all at the same time. I remember suggesting a client take a break from sex, not forever, but just to let the patterns weaken while he worked on triggers and cues and what kind of sex and intimacy would work for him. That client pointed a finger in my face and told me I was dooming him to a life of vanilla, boring, or no sex at all. Let's all take a breath. That's not the message. When some people hear they must be abstinent from all mood-altering substances for the rest of their lives, they turn around and walk out the door. And with fentanyl and other dangerous drugs in such high prevalence, they may never come back. Maybe there's another way. Like if someone uses less, or spaces things out, or avoids risky mixing, or actually measures G instead of guessing. Or if they relapse, they're back on track in hours, and not weeks, or months, or never. That's not failure, that's progress. Now, 12-step programs like CMA, for many people, they are life-saving. But not everyone walks in and immediately connects with the total abstinence and especially that God piece. Especially not mid-come down. And what's worse, relapse in abstinence-only models can trigger a brutal shame spiral. I slipped, means I failed, means I'm terrible, means I might as well keep going. That spiral, not helpful. So if the 12 steps didn't click right away, it doesn't mean you can't recover. It means you just need a different starting point. That's where harm reduction comes in. It says you don't have to be perfect to start getting better. It makes room for cutting back, learning your patterns, staying safe while you figure things out. because no one has ever thought mid-bender, hey, you know what would fix this? More shame. Never once. So it actually helps. Respect, information, dignity. Because the less shame people feel, the less they need to escape. So whether you're cutting back, spacing it out, or just trying to make tonight slightly less chaotic, that counts. You're on your way. And you deserve support at every step, not just the finish line. If tonight's goal is just water and not texting your ex and your dealer, we'll take that win. Dr. David.